Is there a link and I'm missing it?
Nope.
Hi, I'm Justine Thomas.
I'm Shelley Miller.
I'm Pam Tucker.
And welcome to Pass the Glass. Today, before we get started, you stopped at an amazing winery.
I
picked us up
did.
some wine for the show.
I did. I went to Deer Creek Winery in Hermitage, and this one is called Diamond Doe, and this one is called Grandma's Apple Pie. I haven't tasted this one yet, but it smells delicious.
It tastes delicious. That's the one I have.
Tastes like an apple pie.
It smells just
Smells
like an apple pie. Tastes like an apple pie.
And it might be an apple pie.
And we should also talk about our new glasses.
Oh, yes. We've
I
even
don't
gone
know
a
if you
step
can
further.
see
Here,
them.
put a napkin in it.
Oh yeah. Let me give it a couple.
How about that?
Fancy. We're moving up in the world.
So if you make a comment or you bring up a topic or post on a topic on our page and we choose it, we're going to send you out this handy dandy Pass the Glass, and you can drink with us whenever you like, or invite us over and we'll drink with you. How about that?
Absolutely. That sounds great.
For sure.
So girls, it's Northeast Ohio. It's October and it's raining.
A lot of surprise.
Do you guys have the blahs with this type
Yeah.
of weather, or do you get excited because the leaves are changing, fall's coming around the corner, it's Halloween, and snow's on the way?
I'm okay without the snow. I do like autumn though. I do like the colors, and I do like Halloween.
Favorite time of year?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I can do without the other stuff.
I like fall. I don't like to rake leaves. Aside from that, I don't like what comes after fall. But you know, I like hay rides and bonfires and decorating with all my corn stalks.
You're crazy when it comes to Halloween decorations. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yeah.
You're as bad as Christmas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my house looks like Christmas threw up when it's Christmas time. It's bad.
I didn't put that much effort in this year. I have a couple of pumpkins, a couple little signs, and some lights. That's about it.
You are farther than I am, and we're already into the 15th of October.
I'm not done yet, but I have more to do.
It's so much effort.
It is a lot of effort.
Well, here's the deal. Mine, I couldn't put up some of my scary things because some of my beautiful summer flowers were still hanging
Until tonight.
until tonight. Tonight I moved them in the house because of the, impending cold weather tonight. So I'm now able to decorate the scaries.
So are you one that once you pull your plants in, like I've seen people, they'll pull plants in and then they throw them in the trash can.
Oh no, mine are going in. I'm taking them in the house and I'm going to baby them because they're going to be my flowers next year because they're beautiful.
Think you can do it?
I think so.
I've
I've
tried.
been told, and they're so pretty. I have to at least give it a shot.
I've got
me.
ferns, I've got vinca, I've got all kinds of stuff that I'm bringing in, elephant ears and all that stuff. And I don't know that they're going to be able to, they're either going to kill me or I'm going to kill them. One of the two.
I can't keep anything alive, so.
As long as you
plants.
remember to water them and give them enough light, you should be okay.
Well, one would think. But I sometimes forget to water. Or sometimes you just get so busy that you forget to water.
Right. Set a timer or set a reminder on your phone.
I
Set a message for
overfocus
yourself.
on it. I think I either water too much or not enough, and I even looked it up and YouTubed it, and they just all die. So I focus on going to.
I'm glad our animals don't live that way.
Right?
No, people and animals I'm good with.
Make sure they have plenty of water.
I
Okay.
can take care of people just fine. I mean, that's my vocation. So that's a good thing, but
Maybe you could get one of those things that is an auto waterer.
yeah,
You
that would probably
one of
be-
those glass ball things that you
It
shove
does
in.
really work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd say that might be the only hope for me.
Yeah, because then you don't
plants.
overwater, and you want them to kind of go dormant through the winter. You don't want, because they're not going to have the right sunlight to actually be thriving plants, but you just want them to live. And mine are like succulents and stuff like that. So I think that if I make them go a little bit dormant and then, bring them out in the spring, I think they'll be all right. I'm hoping.
Hopefully so.
I'm hoping. Because, I mean, it wasn't like they were that, they didn't cost me a fortune,
Right.
but they're just so beautiful. The one, I had to put it over my shoulder because it's so long. I was tripping over it while I was trying to carry it. And I was holding it, and it was heavy, and I'm holding it way up by my head, and I'm looking around it, and I'm tripping over the thing, and I finally threw it over my shoulder because I thought it was, I was worried I was going to fall.
That's an accident waiting to
Right,
happen.
right. Yeah, and I'm a klutz, if nobody knows.
As
I am
am
a
I.
klutz.
I have one that's in my window. It's a window box, so I was going to be bringing that in, especially tonight. But last time I brought it in, when we got the frost last time, it was full of water.
Oh,
I had the
jeez.
container, and I'm going like this, dumped all over me,
Oh,
all
yuck.
over everything, and I'm like, okay, then stay outside.
Yeah, it would've
I'll just cover
frozen.
you.
I'll just cover
it
you.
would've frozen
But
for
they say we're
sure.
supposed to get our first frost tonight, so we've already had one frost. So does this make for our Indian summer already?
I think so.
Yeah, probably. Unfortunately, I guess.
Oh, we've got some people joining our watch party.
Aw.
people.
Hi, peeps.
Hello, people.
Jim Reeser. Now, Joe, I don't want to mess up your name. Joe Facchetti? Facchetti? That one. Robert Stark, Susan Blakely, Richard Volpini, Ray Genova, Chuck Chalker, hello, Harry Adams, Roy Ann, hello, Roy Ann, and Bruce, my cousin Bruce. So Chuck's like, what up, girl? I don't know. You guys start a topic and we'll follow suit with it. Something nice. Anyway. But yeah, that's what these little glasses are all for. So you guys
That's
start
right.
some topics and we'll get on our merry way. Now, here's a starter for a topic. And the rest of our crowd can join in as well. But what would you do if you knew you could never fail?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's a good question.
What would you do? An audience out there, Sandy Ringley DeRose, she's watching. June Thalman Bruckner, she's watching. What would you guys do?
I would invest.
You'd invest in the stock market if you could never fail.
If I could never fail, I would invest for sure. Yeah, because you can, I mean, if you're making money, why not?
How about you?
I think that the first thing that comes to mind is set out to cure incurable diseases. You
Oh, she's
can't
pulling
fail.
at heartstrings there.
I mean, so many, like cancer, HIV, tons.
Right. Oh,
And
yeah,
if you
for sure.
can't fail, I mean, that's a good use, I think.
It sure is.
I think I'd
What
ride
about
a
you?
horse. I'd ride my horse better.
You wouldn't fall off anymore.
Right, exactly.
Well, oh, yes.
You fall
more
down and go boom,
No
yeah.
more falling off.
So, if you would behave, if you were the best in the world at what you were doing, how would you? If you were to behave like you were the best at, I don't know, maybe you were the best at being a bookkeeper in the doctor's office. I'm not sure what you do there, but just say you were in the accounting department. How would you act? How would you treat people? What would you do?
I would treat people how I would want to be treated. That's how I always am. I would assume I'm still the same person, just very, very good at one thing. So if I'm still me, I would just treat everybody with respect. Like I always say that you don't really know, you can't really judge someone's character on how they treat the CEO, but how they treat like the janitor. That's how I kind of operate. And that's how I expect other people to operate, but
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work that way. But that doesn't change me. That doesn't change.
But you
who
heard
I
that
am.
story about the janitor and the CEO, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we all did. And to make a long story short, the janitor always treated the CEO with respect,
Yeah.
and the wife looked down on him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the end result was
I'm trying to remember the end result.
something about the husband said about the CEO that he was in his shoes or something once and knew how it felt, and kind of put the wife in the place, but it's kind of a...
Well, you just never know where anybody comes from.
Right.
So you have to.
And
just
you don't
be
know their
kind.
struggle.
Yeah, be kind to
You know,
everybody.
everybody has a
struggle is real.
Everybody, yeah, the
Very
struggle
real.
is real.
Struggle
Yeah.
is very real. So, with your jobs that you're at now, are you happy with where you are? Are you creating your dream job? Do you like what you do?
I like what I do. I wouldn't call it my dream job. I don't know what my dream job would be anymore. When I was a kid, it was to be a Major League Baseball player.
How's that working out?
Yeah, how's that working for you?
Still working on it.
I go to games. just on the wrong side.
Oh my god.
Man, I certainly don't make the money that they make.
Do you
but,
sit with the cardboard cutouts?
That would be.
Do you sit with the cardboard
I
cutouts?
do.
Okay.
I do.
Just
Yes.
checking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my dream job would be now. Probably like I don't know, something in a tropical place is what I would be.
You
my
keep
dream
saying
job.
you want to open a
I
bar
wanna
in a tropical
open a bar
place.
on a beach in a tropical area.
Like a swim up bar.
Yeah.
She wants a bar like cocktails.
Oh,
Tom
okay.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I could see you doing that. I could see me being somewhere on a tropical island,
Yeah.
away from.
Yeah. And I said I would never own a bar in Youngstown, Ohio,
Why?
because people go there because they're sad. When
Yeah.
you own a bar in a tropical place, people go there because they're happy, they're on vacation, it's a party. But here, most of the time it's because they're not celebrating, they're
Trying to drink something
drink
away.
something away,
Drink
right?
something away.
So yeah, that's my thought.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've said this for 20 years that I was going to do that, and I haven't done it yet.
Still time.
Yeah.
20 years is fast approaching,
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anything in your life you could change differently, would you?
No, everything that's happened has made me who I am. So, I mean, changing it isn't going to, going backward doesn't help. It's changing your future.
Yeah, and you don't guarantee that the here and now would be different, but it may not be better.
Right, exactly.
Might be
And,
worse.
if I didn't follow the path that I followed, I might not have met you.
True.
I might not have met you.
That might have been a good thing.
Right. Well, that's to be determined how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It's you go a path for a reason, and I think everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah, it certainly does.
there are times when I wonder what the reason is.
Yeah.
But
Isn't it amazing though? And from a broadcasting point of view, okay, I've known her for so long. I mean, we worked at so many stations together, and through the course of time, it's like the friendship has stayed, even though you may leave jobs, you may leave places, but to keep friendships alive and to keep people growing along the way, I mean, that's hard to do. And people go their own separate paths, their own separate directions, and to, a true friend is one that maybe you don't talk to in 10 years, 5 years. You pick up the phone and it's like you don't miss a beat. Hey, how's so-and-so? Hey, have you talked to so-and-so? And that's some of these friends you don't need to stay in touch with all the time.
Yeah, because there's always that understanding that if you should need something, that person would have your back and be there for you without necessarily having to be involved in every minute of every day of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And let's face it, we can't pick our family, but we can our friends.
Right.
And there's probably some friends that have disappointed you along the way, but then there's other friends that they're more of like a sister or a brother to you
Yeah, for sure.
than what you have, had in the past. So I think there's a lot to be said for that. I really do. I mean, your high school friends or your grade school friends, have you stayed in touch or contact with those?
I have some. Facebook keeps you in touch with people that you normally wouldn't.
Right.
But as far as getting together with people, I only have a couple that, from school that I get together with at all. But I mean, work people and, friends. I have, people from probably virtually every job that I've ever had. I have friends that, I stay in touch with and we do things
Together.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, my 3 closest friends are from middle school.
And you still stay in touch?
Yeah, like very close friends. Like I was talking to one on the way here.
Wow.
Just
Well, that's
about
great.
some stuff. Yeah, I mean, one's like a brother to me. The other 2 are like my sisters. And the one friend is more one of those kind of friends you were just talking about that we don't have to talk every day. But anytime something would go wrong, she would be right there.
They're your go-to.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
It's your support system. And I think it's so important for everyone, male or female, to have a support system.
Yeah,
to have some, that one person that you can call and you've got a problem and they just know the right things. They don't sugarcoat it, but they know the right things to say just to snap you out of that mood or put you in a good mood or, and that one person that you would be so lost without.
And that is going to tell you the truth, whether or not it's something you want to hear. There's a lot to be said for someone who cares enough about you that even if they think what they have to say might not be what you want to hear, they care enough about you to say it anyways, because they want to genuinely see you do well,
right,
and be okay,
right,
so
for sure.
So anxiety, we all know us females have tons of anxiety. Okay. Now, if you don't medicate, okay, and you don't use wine, what are some of the things you do to calm down the anxiety, whether you're at home or you're at work? What if somebody out there was watching us saying, oh my gosh, they're talking upon anxiety, what do we do? What do you do? Say you're at the office and just that one phone call just set you over the edge, or that one
Were you
one
at
patient.
my work today? Did you see what happened? No, that's that. Yeah, at the office, there's like a little back room, quiet, dark. I will literally just say, I got to step away for a minute. I need to go collect myself. I'll go disappear back there, shut the door, close my eyes, just in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then I'll do, like, if it's really bad, I'll do that grounding, 5 things you can see, 5 things you can hear, 5 things you can touch. And you just keep focusing on that. It kind of takes me out of the moment that I'm in and lets me come back to reality a little bit. That's about all I can do at work.
See, I can't remember the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, 5. What was 5 supposed to be?
And I just make it up sometimes. I'm just like, okay, 5 things. I need to find 5 of something. Let's go 5. And because I think it's just about distracting yourself.
I think it's to put your mind in a different mindset. How about you?
I just listen to music.
Really?
Yeah, music does.
Music will take you back to memories.
Yep.
Now, I will tell you that if I'm at home, I'll take the dog and I'll go for a walk. And sometimes if you get out of the house or out of the office just to be outside for 2, 3, 4 minutes, sometimes that's just enough to reset that mind and make you aware of, okay, I can go back in and I can do this, or I can tackle this day now.
Yeah, at home music is definitely my go-to. If it's still light, I'll go to somewhere beautiful like the lake or a park. Being in nature and your water always seems to relax me, calm me down. I'll take pictures or just walk around or just sit and do nothing. Just, be there.
Now, Shelley, you know of that salt cave, or
Yes, Mentor Salt Cave.
you've been there.
Yes.
I've never heard of
She
it.
keeps sending pictures, and I'm like, oh, we still have to go
it's so
to that.
relaxing.
Now I'm going to creep your Facebook page.
Creeper.
I want to see the pictures.
It is. I'll send it to you. I'll send you a link to the page. It's actually got salt on the walls, and they pipe it in, and so you go in there and you sit in these zero gravity chairs, and you just lean back and just relax. And they have calming music on, and then they through the system, the air system in there, they vent in extra salt, and so you breathe in nice and deep, and it cleanses your lungs and your body, and you feel wonderful when you
It's kind
leave.
of like those salt rooms they have.
That's what it
but
is.
like
Yeah,
a
this
cave,
is a
but
big
like a
cave. Yeah,
cave.
yeah,
Cave
this is a
sounds
big
cooler.
cave. Yeah, it's amazing. And you do an hour session, and then they also have a foot soak thing that you can do that releases the toxins out of your body. Sometimes they say that I only did that once, and they say that sometimes the water turns almost black. People have so many toxins in their body.
I have heard that before.
It's
but
mine was just a little cloudy looking, but apparently I don't have that many.
really
lights.
jealous. Yeah, anyway. I'll walk. No,
Yeah, it was
I'm
not
gonna
black.
lie. I will probably walk away with black water.
It was
Just
not
like
black.
this.
That's funny, but that's not funny. But it
Yeah,
is.
but you need to try it if you haven't gone. It's a wonderful thing.
Fun.
Yeah, and in September, of course, it's not September anymore. They have a deal where you can buy an hour private session for like $60 for a group of up to 6 people.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, but that's over now.
If you can have 6 people, you can go relax.
Right,
with.
that's what I said. I don't know if I have 6 people that I could ride an hour and a half with.
Yes, this is
Or
true.
to try to sit and be quiet and still and calm. And it's not going to steal your peace away that you're trying to gain.
It's been so long since any of us really have had a chance to go out due to COVID. I mean, we have to roll up the sidewalks at 10 p.m. because you can catch COVID after that.
Right. Well, they're trying to fix that. They're trying to make although we had the highest single day number in the history of COVID.
What, today?
Yesterday or
yesterday?
today?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Ended up back in the red after all of that.
Yeah. And now it's like 5 counties in a grouping are all red. Cuyahoga, Summit, Stark, Trumbull, and Mahoning, I think. I don't know.
Still am Mahoney.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we changed some of our practices at the office back
Have you?
because we were allowing one family member back with a patient, but when it's red, unless there's a disability or some absolute reason that one more person has to go back, now we just have everybody wait in their cars.
Do you think this is going to stay the norm, or do you think we're going to? I mean, are you seeing less and less patients that have any? I mean, right now, let's put it this way: this is probably flu season, and everybody's getting everything confused with the flu season. And
Well, I don't know how much of a flu season there's going to be with the masks
that's
because
true.
the flu is harder than COVID is to transmit. And if you're wearing the mask for COVID, it's definitely going to also have a dual effect of reducing flu spread. Plus, everybody's vaccinating for flu because you fight the evil that you know, the evil that you can fight. And then, we tell patients, get your flu vac, because then if you call me and say, I've got flu-like symptoms, we're now more concerned about COVID than we are the flu because you were vaccinated. And so we're going to then say, well, you should probably go get swabbed, see where you're at. If that's negative, then we'll treat for the flu.
Gotcha.
Let me ask you, have they determined the strains of flu? Is the vaccine geared towards those this year?
Yeah, we get like a quadrivalent vaccine, so it's like the 4 major strains. And this year there was a high percentage that they were kind of spot on. They probably put a little more effort into it. Maybe, I don't know. But some years they're just completely off.
Completely
mark.
off, yeah.
And
I
we
got
get
the flu
tons of flu
1 year
with
after I had my vaccine.
everybody vaccinating, and then you still got hundreds of cases of flu. So it's so hit or miss.
But what are you saying? I mean, strep throat. When is it strep throat usually into?
Well, right now we're seeing a ton of bronchitis.
Oh, really?
Bronchitis / pneumonia, which of course, who knows?
It mirrors the COVID symptoms too, huh?
Yeah, there's a few differences, like on X-ray. Like COVID pneumonia looks different on X-ray than regular pneumonia does. So usually the radiologist, even if the test is still pending, they can kind of take a guess as to what they're dealing with and take appropriate precautions. Then if the test is negative, great. But if it's not, then they were careful. Which everybody should be anyways. But and people wearing masks, some people don't want to do it. They hate it. I don't like doing it either, but it doesn't hurt anything.
Right.
Everybody wants to say, does it help? Does it hurt? It's definitely not going to spread COVID by wearing a mask.
Right.
And even if it's not as effective, on the side of caution, I guess, is my mentality. Everybody's got their own opinion, but that's how I perceive it.
Well, I know people are ramping up because they're saying, oh, it kind of hit this time last year. People still think that, oh, I think I had it in October. I think I had it in November. So, I mean, really the signs to look for that you've seen.
Well, if you think you've had it, several labs, I know LabCorp is one of them, offer the antibody test. If you have a doctor's order, it's free. If you don't, you go on their website, you pay $10. and you go get the antibody test, it'll let you know if at any point you've ever had it.
So it doesn't go away. Your immunity doesn't go away.
They're saying the antibodies don't go away. Now, I have no clue if this is going to be like influenza, where it's going to change subtly every year.
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
Right.
But as far as we know, we've had patients that have tested positive that we've had go get the antibody test, and they have the antibodies. Patients who thought they were sick, who their COVID test was negative and the antibody was negative. So I haven't seen discrepancies there yet. I mean, we don't have a huge sample size because you're just talking one place out of many, but just of the ones that I personally have experience with, it's been pretty spot on. And the symptoms keep changing: shortness of breath, cough, fever, body aches, chills.
Right.
Wow.
I read something interesting the other day, and I told my boss about it. They said that if you cannot smell peppermint, that's a very good sign that you have COVID.
Yeah, that's one of the big defining things: loss of taste and loss of sense of smell.
So they as a matter of fact, the article actually went on to say, if, like as an employer, you should keep peppermint in your office, an essential oil.
Like a vial of
Yeah,
peppermint.
and have people smell it, and if they can't smell it, send them home.
Yeah, because then you can kind of track that, because if they could smell it yesterday and they can't smell it today, then you know since yesterday something's changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all
Very
interesting.
Yeah, and it's ever changing.
Right.
It's always changing.
Well, then you read, as you keep progressing with this COVID, which I hope by the year 2021, I can't wait for that year to get here. It's like
it's coming.
The last of the 2 months can just go. Anybody out there here with me on this? I mean, this has been a year that is just.
It has. It's been a bad year.
Yeah, I agree.
But
In a
it
lot of
scares me
ways.
because those numbers are going so high. I read that DeWine isn't looking at shutting the state down again yet. And, there was a big yet at the end of that sentence. And
I don't really know how much help that is, because people still go out. People still do what they want to do. And I don't know how helpful it actually is. I'm sure they have people that measure that kind of thing. But
we're seeing around here where businesses are closing. Restaurants can't afford to stay open.
They can't afford it, yeah.
We drove up to Meadville, PA, and our old stomping grounds. We had worked in radio up at Froggy, and we were looking at the different restaurants, and I'm like, oh, Shelly, remember that one? She closed. Oh, that closed. It's so sad. Yeah. It is so sad to see. And then, of course, here in the Youngstown, Warren, Trumbull County, Mahoning County area. I mean, I feel bad for people that have put their heart and soul into these businesses, and it's been family-owned businesses, and it's been around for generations, or other businesses as well, and they can't stay open because people won't or can't. People have lost their jobs.
Yeah, like Walmart closes at 10. And I keep forgetting that, and if I need something, I go there and I'm like, oh, they're closed. Not that I routinely try to go out that late, but sometimes you just forget something, or I work late, and by the time I get around to going to the store, it's like, well, nothing is open. So that option really doesn't exist anymore, to be able to run to a grocery store.
No, there is no all night anything anymore.
No.
It's like we live in a tiny town again.
But it's kind of nice. Can I say that, though? It is, because people that would work normally, they're now home with families, as we've mentioned this before.
Right. Yeah. It's nice in ways. I think that Thanksgiving Day, it's nice that places are closed.
Yeah.
Let them be with their families. I think that's the best thing in the world for people, to be able to be with their families for a day before all hell breaks loose,
Yeah, for
because anybody that works retail, that's what happens the day after.
I did my time in retail.
I did as well.
It's not a pleasant
It is not.
experience.
You do feel bad for people that have to work the retail hours, because they are long, they are draining.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
rioting,
Back
trying
in
to
the
get a
day,
scarf.
right? Back in the day, I worked at Strauss's in the mall, and two women got into a physical fight over this stupid knit sweater. It was the ugliest little knit sweater vest thing. And they got into a fight. They had a tug of war with this thing. Nobody could buy it after they were done with it. But
I used to work at Old Navy. People would crawl. Like, as soon as they would start to put the gate up on Black Friday, people were crawling under the gate,
They're
rolling
crazy.
under the gate. I'm like,
Yes,
people are insane.
What about the people that camp out in front of some of the
Oh, I've
businesses?
done that.
You've camped out.
Yes. Well, when my niece was little and I was probably 24, 25, and she wanted some thing to go
Crazy
with.
toy or something.
Yeah, she wanted some toy that was at Black Friday, and I went there the night before and put my lawn chair and got a big blanket. I was all snoodled up in the blanket and waited for the doors to open, and
You're better.
I got it.
I was
I would
going
be
to
like-
say you are way better than I would.
I got it.
Wow.
And she played with it maybe twice.
Mm-hmm.
But I was I was super aunt.
I think some of the doorbusters that you can get when you're going shopping, like Walmart's, is the best.
Yeah,
But
they
they're
are.
not going to be doing that now.
Oh, they will. They'll just move it to Friday.
I used to play around because Walmart would price match.
Mm-hmm.
So I would find things that were not on sale at Walmart, but that were on sale somewhere else, and bring the ad with me. There
Yep.
would be tons of whatever I wanted because it's not
It's
on
not
sale
on sale.
there.
Yep.
But I would say, oh, at Best Buy they've got this price.
So
They
you're
would
a
match
price
it.
matcher.
Mm-hmm.
I will not fight someone for a DVD or for a shirt. You can have it if you need it that badly. You
Have
go
at
right
it.
ahead. But why pay more for something you can pay less for? So that was my way
Exactly.
of being able to get cheap things without having to get into any fistfights.
Mm-hmm. Very
But
good.
don't you think it's so much easier to just bring up the Amazon app or go to Amazon and just start clicking
Oh, it's wonderful.
away?
It's wonderful. And right now, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Best Buy already has their Black Friday ad posted, and you can buy from it.
Already?
Did not
I
know
ordered
that.
a TV.
You're kidding me.
No, it's an awesome thing. I mean, it's Black Friday guaranteed pricing.
I definitely need to check that
You
out.
have just helped so many people on our list here right now.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, start your shopping early, folks.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna
I mean,
check
they
that
had a
out.
big list.
I have a teenage son.
Mhm.
That's all he likes is
Electronics.
expensive things and
Mhm.
electronic stuff.
So you brought up that, but is the shopping and the prices better online, like Cyber Monday? Or is it better to go out, hit the streets? Say Black Friday is what they're doing now.
I don't know. I think Best Buy is going to have the same pricing in their store as what they have in this flyer,
Yeah,
and
probably.
they're gonna. I mean, they're doing free shipping to my house, so why would I go
Why
there?
not?
Yeah, I used to go out for the pandemonium because it was like
It's fun.
fun.
Yeah, it's
It's
exciting.
actually fun to watch people make fools of
Exactly.
themselves.
I
And
never
you know,
really went out
we
for
made
anything.
a big deal of it when my girls were.
Thank you for
know,
listening
in
to this
middle
show
school
on
and
Youngstown
high
Yeah.
school.
Studio.
We would,
If you
know,
like
get
our
all dressed up
programming,
with our Santa
we
hats.
invite you
and
to
we would
subscribe
go
to
get
it.
our hot cocoa and
Yeah,
and
hit
go
up
wait in line
Starbucks
and
yeah.
go wait in line, and it was great. But then the thrill wore off, and online shopping became easier and easier, and free delivery, and
We got so spoiled. We
Mhm.
really did get spoiled.
yeah. Now I just need to hire somebody to carry it in the house for
There we
me.
go. And
You know,
wrap
that
it for you.
that 70-inch TV. I don't think I
some
can
of
carry it
those
in by
places
myself.
Will wrap stuff for you. You can
Yeah,
request
they
it, like,
probably can.
in gift packaging or whatever, so you don't
Mhm.
even have to mess with it.
Really?
I've seen it
Yeah.
as an option. I think on Amazon they have it probably only around Christmas time.
Right? Yeah, I
but-
think they do have gift wrapping.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you used to go to the mall back in the day when?
When it was open?
Yeah.
And there were still stores
There were
in
still
it.
stores. there.
when they did gift wrapping,
Mhm.
and they did those fancy, beautiful big bows and everything.
Those women aren't around anymore.
No,
I
no.
tried to call a couple of them. I couldn't find them.
My
I
mom
wanted
is
to
the
hire
queen
one,
of
huh?
wrapping.
Not so much.
I get paper on it,
Mhm.
and you can't see it, but it's not cute.
We just
In
stick them
any
in
way.
bags now. Just
I have taken to bags.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know
I-
what I got two of those cloth storage cubes.
Yeah.
I did those, and then I got like my stepdaughters for Christmas. I got a bunch of Bath and Body Works stuff and just different little things. I just filled the cube up completely. I put tissue paper in the top, and I personalized it with like letters with their names on the front.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And then they can use the bag.
But doesn't
Yeah,
that
they
take
loved
the
it.
fun out of unwrapping each and every gift and trying to guess what it is and shake it? And
I don't. You know what? I haven't seen a child do that in a very long time. Like my niece and nephew want nothing to do with.
Yeah,
shaking
Zoe got
things.
bored with
They
unwrapping.
just rip it open.
Hmm.
And half the time they just rip it open, chuck the box to the side, and proceed right on to the next one. I'm like, did you even look at that?
You know, it'd really be horrible at Christmas time when my mom and dad, God bless them, would buy us gifts and then they wouldn't have the batteries. And it's like,
yeah, that's the worst.
I can't play with the toy with
And
no
the stores weren't
batteries.
open back
No.
then. Walmart wasn't there.
They
So if
aren't
you-
now either.
So if
So
you're
we're
buying
going
gifts
back
for
to that.
kids, don't forget
The
the batteries. That's most important. Or
Yeah,
now they
when-
charge them.
accessories.
When I
Charge on the walls.
buy any gift, if it comes with batteries, I put a whole pack of batteries taped to the outside of the box
That's
because
a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's because it's an extra expense for the parent
yeah,
too.
for sure. Yeah, for
Huh.
sure.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of kids, what's the hottest Halloween costumes this year?
Oh my! I don't think I. My friend's son is DJ Marshmallow.
DJ Marshmallow.
Just a big marshmallow.
I think some of the cute things and the ideas that people have now, and it's a great idea, is they're doing this trunk or treating.
Yeah.
Because I mean, neighborhoods are allowing trick or treating.
Liberty is doing trick or treat. A lot of the smaller towns are having trick or
I
treat,
feel like it's not any more risky than getting food through the drive-thru.
right? Or even
ordering a
grocery
coffee.
shopping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw those chutes, and I think they're the silliest thing because you still have to touch the candy, and the kid touches it.
Right. All it's removing is you being near the person, but if you're wearing a mask, it doesn't matter if I'm handing you candy or I'm chucking it across the room, I'm still touching the candy.
I think that's just to work on your aim.
I would personally enjoy that. I mean, I'd like hold the bucket,
Hold the
then
bucket,
you
see if
kid
I
has
could
to
do it.
catch, see how much you can catch.
Mm-hmm.
You catch it, you get another piece. You miss, you're done. Move on.
Do you guys remember when we were younger, and some of the people that are, it's so cute, all these people that are on here, Leah, Renee, Suzanne, George, Jane, Travis, Lynn, Jeff, Tracy, these are all my friends, Jessica, Jean. Thanks guys, Ashley, for checking in. But I'll tell you what, do you remember when we were younger? I'm 52, so but we would have those masks, those plastic masks, and you
Yes.
couldn't breathe, and they would heat up, and then your whole face would sweat. Do you remember all those masks when we were little?
I still had, I'm 38 and I still had those. My mom, I was like Barbie or something.
My favorite one was HR Puffin Stuff.
Yes, yes. Now I really am showing my age. But and the mask, they had the slits in the eyes, and you couldn't see.
They were
You couldn't see
terrifying.
where you were going,
I was looking at Halloween, they're terrifying.
and then you would go
going
"Trick or treat,"
across the
nobody could hear you.
We were crossing streets with those masks on, and my parents didn't go with us. They let us go
Right.
by ourselves.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And one time, a big kid stole. I had a pillowcase full of candy, and the big kid stole it and ran away.
Nice.
I cried.
And what is the age to cut off trick or treating?
I think as long as they want to go,
There
let
are
them
worse
go.
things they could
So
be
we
doing.
could go at 53.
I think we should. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, let's go.
It should be trick or treating for
If you
adults.
put the effort in and you're going
Well,
to go
there
walking
is.
around.
This is true. Wine samples or
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I know a winery that's having trick or treat as well.
really?
Yes.
Little individual crackers
Yes.
and wrapped cheeses. Just throw it in
Yeah,
there with your
Woodland
wine.
Cellars is doing a trick or treat, and they have a haunted house, and yeah, it's like I'm. We need to go this weekend.
No one wants to take me to a haunted house.
Why?
I will embarrass myself and everyone that's with me.
Nice.
Pee your panties?
No, I do not enjoy being scared like that. Like I'll go on a haunted hayride all day. I can kind of see where I'm going and where I am. Dark, closed space,
You can't do
things touching me. Nope.
it. You get claustrophobic.
Extremely. And then I have people that I don't know touching me and I can't see where it's coming from or no, it's not a good
Those would be
mix.
spirits.
Probably.
We took Marion Wesley one time to a haunted house, and she screamed my name, and so all of the haunted people were calling me. in their scary voices, and I was laughing, and Mary was so scared. She was so close to me that she put my hood of my hoodie over her head and was like inside my inside my hoodie. It was horrible.
See, I know that they don't. Well, they have what, the Campfield Scaregrounds. Is that still going on?
Yeah,
Is that-
Fear Forest
Fear
in
Forest.
Youngstown. Yeah.
And there's one up in Conneaut Lake, I think.
Well, they suspended the hay rides at
And I
Canfield.
don't understand
I don't understand
that.
why. To me,
Because
if
it's
you're gonna
outdoors.
jam in the haunted house, like why can't you do a hay
Because
ride?
you're touching the same thing that
So I
everybody
don't
else was
even wanna
touching. I think
go
that's what it is.
because the hay ride's all I can do.
The hayride is great.
Yeah, that
I
was
wonder
the
if
best.
Hartford has their haunted hayride.
Well, Kingsway Pumpkin Farm is where I go to get my pumpkins. They don't have a haunted hayride, but it's only $8 to get in, and it includes the petting zoo, the corn maze, the wagon ride, like out to the pumpkin patch. You
Wow.
can pick your own
Wow.
pumpkin. Face painting for kids.
Wow, that's
just-
cheap. Where is this place?
It's in Hartville. It's a little bit of a
okay.
drive, but it's really
well worth
pretty,
it.
and it's
Yeah.
tons of fun. Like my niece caught a chicken. I was very excited. That was her only goal the whole day. Auntie, I'm going to catch a chicken and I'm going to cuddle it. And I said, okay, we'll see. I didn't think she would, but she did.
Bring her out to my barn and she can catch a donkey.
Oh my God. She would probably love that. There was a donkey there, but he was clearly an old gentleman and he was not feeling being petted or any attention being paid to him. He just stood there.
We went to a corn maze once, and there was Norwegian baby goats. Oh my God, I fell in love. I wanted to take a baby goat home with me, and I wasn't allowed. And ever since, I've wanted a baby goat.
Really?
I love
Yes.
those videos where they're in
I'm
pajamas.
not sure if the city of Youngstown will allow a baby goat.
I
But-
don't think so. That has to be in the. I think it could be zoned farming.
I'll keep it in my yard. I'll keep
For a little
I'll keep it in my
teeny tiny
garage.
goat.
It'll just, yeah, they're dwarfs. They only get about this big.
Tell them that's a.
And I
very
wanted to wear
weird-looking dog.
pajamas.
Yes, the videos of the goats. in
Oh my
pajamas,
God, they're
it's
so
great.
adorable.
Have you seen the goats that when you touch them, the fainting goes?
Oh yes.
Yes. All you have to do is go, and they faint.
They just-
All goats
yeah.
do that.
No, not all.
I think so. I think they're scared. They faint when they're scared. I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure.
bad for them though when that happens. I'm like, that has to be really hard on their nervous system to get scared. I don't know, maybe not, but
I don't know. Is it hard on ours when we do that?
it is. To
I don't
me.
faint.
I haven't fainted, but I think I've come close before.
I don't know. I just, like I said, I mean, we're heading into the holiday season and there really has to be something to start to give people something to look forward to. You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, we know the end of the year is coming and we're hoping that 2021 is going to be even better than the past year. I mean, let's
Right.
face it, we haven't had concerts here. We haven't had any outdoor events.
Yeah.
We've lost all of our festivals, all of our fairs,
Yeah,
everything.
They're doing the drive-in concerts now a little bit, which is like just better than nothing. But I was at a concert at the end of February at the House of Blues right before everything happened. I'm looking back at that, I'm thinking I was jammed in the House of Blues with hundreds of other people, and thankfully I didn't get sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think this really hit at that time.
Well, people are saying it was around as early January. They were seeing
Yep.
it in the hospitals, but they didn't know what it was.
Gotcha.
And so,
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean, thinking, my goodness, there you can't get much closer than at House of Blues.
Mm-hmm.
You were packed in there like sardines.
Sardines, right?
And I think this time, and you know the artists are hurting.
Yeah,
You know,
for
they
sure.
haven't been on tour. And I think once these concerts start to open up, I think people are going to really be flocking to them
Oh, I
because
think.
they've been kept inside for so long.
Yeah,
And it's going to be a positive thing, especially for our area,
Right.
for the concerts to come.
Yeah, we've got some really great locations,
Some great
venues.
yeah,
venues.
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
We've just got the Robbins Theater. We still have Packer Music Hall. We've got the Cavelli Center.
Blossom's close.
Yeah.
I mean, that's close-ish. It's outdoors. That one would probably be the
Mhm.
easiest just to like start
Mhm.
getting some people into because you can space out. They can
Mhm.
limit how many people can buy pavilion seating easy enough, and everybody else can go lawn.
I like lawn seats better anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to go to a concert outdoors under the stars.
It is.
I
It is.
remember some of the bands that came out there and some of the the cover bands that are out there now. So, you know, I can't wait till we get past this, and this too shall pass, you know.
Hopefully sometime.
So hopefully, like I said, by the year 2021, but are we going to be able to go out and celebrate the new year? Is everybody going to be staying home again this year?
Everybody's staying
Not
home.
if the bars close at 10. No one's going to be going out for
But
the
like-
new year.
But like you said, maybe, just maybe, they're going to be lifting some of these restrictions. So that's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. We've had a great time with you here. Thank you so
you.
much for coming on
Thank
board.
you for inviting
we're,
me.
We're missing two of our other speakers, I guess you could say. Lori and Brandy, they're normally here. But poor Lori, she had company come in from out of town, so duty called. And then you're always here with us. We love you.
Yes, I'm always here. I have nowhere else to be.
That's okay. You're here with us. So, Pam, again, thank you so much, and thank you for the insight.
Yeah,
you know,
no
with the
problem.
doctor's offices and things going around, and what to look for, what
Happy
not
to
to
help.
look for, and you know, we love you dearly.
Thank you. Love you guys too.
So that's going to be doing it for us. We're going to see you back here again next Tuesday for Pass the Glass. And remember, if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, we will, and we use it, we will send you a Pass the Glass souvenir wine glass. So with that being said, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. If you like our programming, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, or subscribe to your favorite podcast platform like iTunes or Spotify. This is original Youngstown content, and we would appreciate you sharing the videos and the word about us. Thank you.